Bro, like, this was years ago. Let it go. Welcome back for another week. I have a cold, so, I kinda can talk at the current moment. Kinda. I'm just very congested at this point, which is, a problem. Um, let's see. We're starting on Monday this week, and for Monday, I end up finishing Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice. I'm giving that 5 stars. I wholeheartedly have been enjoying the Finley Donovan series, and I can't wait for the next book to come out. And it's Tuesday here, and I haven't really read anything yet. My plan, though, is to finish Voice from Harper's Ferry, which is a historical nonfiction that I'm reading on Serial Reader, which I kind of talked about last week. And what I'm doing right now, I'm like a good chunk through it. Like, I should finish it tonight, even though if I have to read 50% of it, it's related. It's like a little over 100 pages. What I'm doing right now, though, is I got some book mail. What I got is not all too exciting yet, but I have a little knife here. So this is usually something I keep in my purse, but it got stuck to my Kindle because of the case. So I accidentally brought it to work with me today. But it has a nail file on one side and this little knife on the other. And it came in handy because I ended up filing my nails at work today. But this is actually, it was my grandpa's money clip. And after he passed, I decided I wanted this. So it's mine now. And I ordered myself some books here that we just opened. And then we put them in order. I bought some books of a series. And my goal is, this book has like over 35 books in it at this point, and one of my goals is to go ahead and read all of them. Oh, well, reread them, because I've read up to like book 32, and my goal is to go through and reread all of them and plot the timeline and how everything is connected, because after this many books, my brain is a little confused on the timeline and how everything is connected. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to read it so you guys don't have to. But it's like honestly one of my favorite series. So this is books 14 through 17. I read all of them on Libby. And like I loved it so much. I was like, I have to buy these. So I have 1 through 13 over there on my shelf. So these are the next set of books I bought. I've only been buying this with gift cards on Amazon. So like I use like Fetch and Receipt Hog and Ibotta and stuff like that. And when I redeem stuff on there for the gift cards, that's what I use to buy these books, just so that kind of like, instead of me buying all 30 some books at one time, this kind of breaks it up so that I have to get some moonies to go ahead and build up to it. But yeah, my goal is in October to go ahead and start this series, and I think my goal is going to be to break it up into 4 book chunks. I think 4 books will be a decent number to break up into, chunks to read. Hello, Shelby. I have been talking to you all day, and you didn't want anything to do with me. Oh my god, I hate this. Why did they put a sticker on the spine? Who does that? Only monsters put stickers on books. And why? What was the point? And I got this from the used section because it was cheaper, but like the way it was packaged made it look like it was like a small seller, but like why is there a sticker on the spine telling me what it is? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, my goal is to get the sticker off, and I'm gonna finish Harper's Ferry. Surprise, right? That I'm back. Like a day later, I think I filmed a vlog clip last night. I've been keeping my log here, and also Eleanor is behind us. She is doing much better. I'm also feeling better myself, except for I'm still somewhat congested. But Ellie is doing better. She's not so angry about me cleaning her, although she won't bite. Stop opening your mouth. You act like you're going to bite, but the second I put my fingers next to your teeth, you're like, don't ever do that again. Eleanor's not a bitey dog, are you? Yeah, she's not the bitey dog, no worries. Anyways, I did finish Boys from Harper's Ferry, yesterday, and 3 stars, and then 1 because I'm sick, and 2 because I've been working on this for so long. At this point, they shoved me in the back of the office, also we only had 6 patients today. So I got shoved in the back of the office to do chart stuff, and I literally moved charts for 8 hours today, and while I'm doing that, like, thousands of paper charts. I've been moving and sorting all of them because why would you keep them organized by year? Logically, you know, that would have been stupid, right? So I'm sorting those. I picked up Roadwork by Stephen King, and then I was looking at the time of it. I'm like, I probably will finish that at some point during the day. So I should probably pick a second book to listen to for the rest of the day. And I did finish Roadwork. 2 stars. It's one where King was writing as Richard Bachman. It's really not his best work. It really is not. And they had to do the stupid thing with a prologue again. I don't think we need this prologue in all of Richard Bachman, like the books that he wrote as Richard Bachman. I don't think it's necessary to put the prologue in there of him talking about how people finding out that he is Richard Bachman. Like, that is so unnecessary and so stupid. Nobody gives a fuck. Bro, like, this was years ago. Let it go. Yeah, not his best work. Didn't hate it, but also, you know, didn't love it. It's on my journey to read every single work by Stephen King because I thought that sounded like a fun challenge, and it's like 103 works or something stupid like that. And I think that was like 26 or 27 that Roadwork was for me. We're getting there. We're getting there on our goals. Also, I'm taking a break from the Stephen King reading group I'm in because they're currently reading The Outsider, which I like The Outsider. It's just, it's dark, and I don't really have time to devote to rereading that right now. Like, I have other books on my list I need to get to and read. I'm stepping out of that one because I've read it, and then next month they're reading If It Bleeds, which is listed as the sequel to The Outsider. It is not the sequel. Because If It Bleeds as a whole, the whole book is 4 novella short story deals, and only literally 25% of the book could be considered, like, a sequel to The Outsider that's like 500-600 pages. Yeah, it's not necessary. I didn't enjoy it because, one, I didn't know that going into it, that I like knew it was like novellas, but I thought each of them were going to relate to The Outsider. Literally only the one does, and it's stupid that this whole book is listed as a follow-up number 2 in the trilogy when, boy, it is fucking not. But I'll pick up back with the group when they get to Holly, which is November's pick. So I'm just taking a break for a little bit, but you know, I'm still getting some King read so that we can make a dent in these works here. But after that, I picked up The Girl in the Woods by Patricia MacDonald. I've read one other book by them. I can't remember what it exactly was. I know I got it from my library, like physically I got it from my library. Hello, Shelby Joe. How are you? Don't want to boob noses with me? Give me boob noses. Oh. Anyways, Girl in the Woods. 4.5 stars. I really did like that one. It is dark. Definitely check the trigger warnings. They're not major in my opinion. There's mentions and there is like one scene. But yeah, otherwise 4.5 stars. I really did like that one. I kind of had an idea of where it was going. Like, I had an idea at one point, like, oh, this is what happened. And I'm like, oh, wait, but no, that can't be because they did this, so it has to be something else, right? Yeah. So, a little bit of that in there, but I really did enjoy it. So, like, I had a few theories, but I figured it out eventually. Toward the end, I was figuring out pretty much by the end, like, where it was going, but it was well executed, in my opinion, so I enjoyed that. It's Wednesday. Tonight. Goal is to pick up Zeta's Till We Die for a while. And I would like to make a good dent on it. I'm like 28 or 29% in. Oh, I'm 32. So it says I have like 4.5 hours left. It's like almost 8 p.m. So I'm kind of hoping to get a good chunk. I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight, but I want to get a good chunk. And then I do want to pick up Order of the Phoenix for at least maybe 30 minutes tonight. We'll try to get that through there. It is Saturday morning, and I'm going to get ready for my mom's house because we're doing some stuff for mine and my sister's and my mom's birthday this weekend. But little update with where we are. I did end up picking up Order of the Phoenix on Thursday night, didn't get super far in. I'm about like roughly 100 pages in. I think like 98 actually. But I mean, this is obviously reading really quick. I haven't sat down to read it because, like, even though this is picked for the night I expect to read, I'm still avoiding what happens all the way back here. Because I just, mentally, do I want to go through it again? Maybe not. But then I also picked up Zeta's Till We Die on my Kindle, and I got roughly to like 70% on Thursday night. I have a lot of thoughts about this one so far, and I don't think I'm going to do a NetGalley spotlight for it because, to be completely honest, it's not horrible, don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm annoyed. Like, I'm annoyed with the characters. I don't get what they're doing. At one point, like, I don't really agree with sororities and frosts to begin with, but there's just this line that the main character, Priscilla, makes to her husband, Keenan, and she's like, you don't understand the sisterhood. We're sisters for life. And I'm just sitting here thinking, girl, how are you sisters for life when you literally also in the same breath are talking about how we haven't all been together in 10 years, blah, 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 blah. I don't know about you, but I don't go 10 years without seeing my sisters. Like, I'm getting together with my sisters today. Do you know the last time I got together with my sisters? Last weekend. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You don't see each other all the time? Like, that's not how sisters work. I'm sorry. I see my sister all the time. Like, if you live in different states, I get it. Like, obviously you can't see them all the time. But y'all live in the same city. So, y'all have no excuse for not meeting up on a more regular basis. I'm sorry. Like, 10 years. 10 years, and that's the best time y'all can find time to get together. No, I don't believe it. I don't care if you have kids or whatever your job is. 10 years, you have more time to see each other in 10 years. It's not a priority. And I'm sorry. I feel like my sisters are a priority, okay? That's a rant completely unrelated to sororities. I mean, it's kind of related, I guess. Because, like, I don't get how these girls you met in college mean more than, like, your blood relations, I guess. I don't get it. And my main beef with sorority and, like, frats is, like, the pledging and, like, all the hazing they do, which I know they're trying to get away from that kind of stuff now, but, like, still, that shit was ridiculous. Why was that ever allowed to be a thing? And that people wanted to go through it, I just don't understand it. And I don't get why you want to pay money to be in club. You know how many of these chapters have dues? And, like, I watched this whole video. This is a rant. I watched this whole video about how these girls are spending, like, upwards of $500 on a damn outfit for freaking pledging. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're in college. How do you have money for that? I had money to buy noodles in college. Like, that stuff caters towards the upper class, and it's very exclusionary towards people who are at the bottom, and I don't agree with it. Anyways, rant over on that. We're not talking about that anymore. Now we're going to talk about how it does bring up good points. I don't know if I've mentioned this. It brings up good points where it's talking about how because the girl who went missing from the party, Zoe, was black, the cops weren't taking it as seriously. And I 100% agree. That is a real problem in the U.S. And I can't comment on other countries because I don't live there. I don't know the situation, but it is a problem in the U.S. I know for sure. And they made a very excellent point, and I'm glad Priscilla is so insistent on pushing her point with the cops. I do think the cops are very demeaning towards her in general, and that they're just like, she's an adult, she just didn't want to come home. Like, you don't think that's suspicious? I feel like we should I don't care if she just didn't want to be found. At least then we know, like, hey, she did that on purpose and not she's been murdered, which is the case in the book. She was murdered. I mean, I feel like that's known because, like, what else is going to happen when someone goes missing? Like, they're not just going to casually pop back up in a book. No, they've been murdered. And now there's, like, this systematic, like, killing of all the sorority girls in it. And they're all insisting they know who it is. But there's been a lot of, like, twists where, like, oh, no, it's probably this person. And I'm going to be honest, I, like, kind of see the twist coming in this one. Where, like, oh, she's going to suspect her husband's cheating on her. Oh, it's going to be the husband. I'm like, oh, look, the husband's hiding stuff. Like, I just feel like it's a little predictable in that sense. By no means is the writing bad. I just think that this is marketed as adult. It has new adult themes in it, but the writing leans more towards a YA style. And I think that's really throwing me off because I'm sorry, but you're 13, you probably shouldn't be reading this. Just saying. But I'm currently at like 80 something% now after last night, Friday night. Let's see, 86%. So I should be, it says I have 52 minutes left, so my goal is kind of to finish this up on Saturday here, and we'll go from there in the next week. But this is going to be it for this blog because of a challenge that was issued involving Book of the Month books. So I am going to be doing that for the next week. I mean, I'm still going to pick up these two in my spare time, but for sure, Zeta Soy Deck, because I just need to get that done, you know, like, I have an hour left, you know. But I will be back next week, and we will see what the wheel has decided for me to read off of my how many ever books of the month I have backed up. So I'll see you then.